We found a quantum glitch in a drop of coffee. This is not what you think it is. It looks like a simple drop of coffee, a comforting part of your morning. But what if I told you that inside this dark, swirling liquid, a battle is being fought over the very nature of reality itself? We're told the strange, ghostly rules of the quantum world are locked away in sub-zero labs and dense equations. We're told our world, the world of tables, chairs, and coffee cups, is solid, predictable, and real. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the barrier between the quantum and the everyday is starting to look less like a brick wall and more like a leaky fence? We're on the hunt for proof that the process that's supposed to keep reality looking normal isn't perfect. And this humble drop of coffee might just be the place to look for a sign that our world is far more fragile and far more bizarre than we can possibly imagine. Section 1. The comfortable lie. We all live our lives with a simple, unspoken agreement with the universe. Small things are weird and big things are normal. Down at the tiniest levels, particles can be in many places at once. That's superposition. They can be mysteriously linked across vast distances in a spooky connection called entanglement. Their reality is just a cloud of possibilities until the moment we look and force them to pick a spot. That's quantum mechanics, and its rules are profoundly strange. But as you zoom out, all that weirdness is supposed to just go away. Your coffee cup is never in two places at once. Your spoon isn't just a probability. They are solid, classical objects, governed by predictable physics you can trust. The mainstream story is that quantum mechanics is the foundation of everything, but its effects get completely washed out at the scale of our daily lives. It's a nice, neat dividing line. Quantum for the physicists, classical for the rest of us. It makes the universe feel stable and knowable. But this clean separation is more of a convenient assumption than a hard and fast rule. The line between the quantum and classical worlds isn't a sharp boundary. It's a blurry, negotiated territory. And scientists are finding that the quantum world's influence reaches much further than we ever thought. The real question isn't if quantum laws apply to your coffee, but why it doesn't look like they do. Section 2. The cosmic eraser. So why doesn't your coffee just quantum tunnel through your mug and spill all over the table? The reason is supposedly a single relentless process: decoherence. You can think of it as the universe's cosmic bouncer. A quantum system, like a single atom, can exist in a delicate superposition only when it's perfectly isolated. But the moment it interacts with its environment, bumping into an air molecule, getting hit by a photon, or just feeling the jiggle of heat, that delicate state is shattered. The quantum information, all the weirdness, isn't truly erased. It just leaks out and gets hopelessly scrambled into the chaotic noise of the wider world. This process is unbelievably fast and efficient. For an object the size of a coffee drop, which is interacting with trillions upon trillions of particles, decoherence should be practically instantaneous. It's what enforces a strict no superposition on the dance floor policy for anything big enough for us to see. It's the reason the world appears classical, but calling it an eraser is just a metaphor. It doesn't actually delete the quantum reality, it just smothers it, making it impossible to observe directly. So the quantum behavior is still there, just buried under an avalanche of environmental noise. And that leads to a tantalizing question. What if the bouncer gets lazy? What if, under certain conditions, decoherence isn't perfectly efficient? What if some of that quantum weirdness survives, even for a moment, in a place it has no right to be? Section 3. the perfect crime scene. If you wanted to design the absolute worst place to look for a surviving quantum effect, you'd probably come up with something a lot like a drop of coffee. It's the polar opposite of a pristine quantum lab. It's warm, so its molecules are vibrating chaotically. It's wet and dense, a turbulent soup of countless interacting particles. It's a complete mess. These are the exact conditions that are supposed to maximize decoherence, to scramble any quantum signature into oblivion in femtoseconds. And that's exactly why looking for a quantum glitch here is so profound. It's like trying to hear a single pin drop in a hurricane. Any quantum coherence should be destroyed instantly. That coffee drop should behave like a 100% classical liquid. And yet, that's what makes it the perfect place to hunt. Because if we could find even a trace of a quantum signature here, in this warm, wet, chaotic disaster, it would mean that decoherence isn't the absolute ironclad law we thought it was. It would mean that quantum effects are more resilient than our models predict. It would suggest that the classical world we take for granted is built on a far more slippery quantum foundation. Finding a glitch in a clean, simple system is one thing. Finding it in a system as noisy as a coffee drop? That would be a game changer. It would mean the glitches might be everywhere. Section 4. The ghost in the machine. The idea of large-scale quantum phenomena isn't just a fantasy. Scientists have already been blurring the line between the micro and macro worlds for years. Entanglement, the spooky action at a distance that bothered Einstein, is a quantum link where two particles act as one, no matter how far apart they are. For a long time, this was only seen with a few particles in supercontrolled settings. But that's changing. Researchers have now successfully created quantum states in systems big enough to be considered macroscopic. We're talking about quantum superfluids that flow without friction and Bose-Einstein condensates where millions of atoms act like a single quantum entity. In 2021, two teams were even able to entangle two vibrating microscopic drumheads, a tangible object you could see with an electron microscope. Of course, these are still highly engineered systems, usually kept at temperatures near absolute zero to minimize vibrations. But they prove a critical point. Quantum mechanics is not just for the tiny. Billions of particles can act in perfect unison, obeying the strange laws of the quantum world. The ghost of quantum mechanics is already in machines we can build. The question is no longer if macroscopic quantum states are possible, but how far the rabbit hole goes. Section 5. A glitch in the coffee? So let's get back to our coffee. We know it's a terrible environment for quantum coherence. We know decoherence should wipe the slate clean. But what if we're asking the wrong question? We're not looking for the entire drop of coffee to be in a superposition. That's almost certainly impossible. Instead, the hunt is on for something more subtle, fleeting moments of collective quantum behavior. This is where things get speculative, but deeply interesting. For instance, there's a controversial theory based on quantum electrodynamics that proposes liquid water might not be uniform. This model suggests that within the liquid, tiny regions called coherence domains could form, where water molecules oscillate in unison for a fraction of a second, behaving like a single quantum object before dissolving back into the chaos. While this is not a mainstream view, it opens up a fascinating possibility. It's not that the whole drop is quantum. It's the idea that trillions of particles might briefly conspire to act as one. It's the possibility that entanglement isn't just a link between two particles, but a temporary web that can form between millions of them, even in a warm, wet place. In highly controlled, isolated systems, scientists have observed a phenomenon called many-body localization, where a quantum system can unexpectedly resist thermalization and chaos. Now, it is a huge leap to suggest this is happening in coffee. But it makes you wonder, what if decoherence isn't perfectly efficient? Could these be quantum glitches in the classical machine? Hints that the barrier between worlds is permeable. The search for these answers is the frontier of physics. It's the hunt for the deeper rules that govern our reality. If you believe the universe is far stranger and more interconnected than it appears, and you want to explore the bleeding edge of what we know, then hit subscribe and join us on this journey. The truth might just be hiding in plain sight. Section 6. What it all means. This line of thinking pushes us toward a radical rethinking of reality. The physicist John Wheeler famously proposed the participatory universe, the idea that reality isn't a fixed, objective thing we passively observe. Instead, it's a system we actively shape through the act of measurement and interaction. The universe, in this view, is a field of possibilities, and our interactions with it help determine which of those possibilities become concrete. This isn't to say your thoughts magically create the world. That's a common misinterpretation. Rather, it suggests that at its most fundamental level, reality is about relationships and information. Every physical object, derives its existence from bits of information gained through interactions. The line between what is real and what we know about it gets profoundly blurry. Hypothetically, finding a quantum glitch in a coffee drop would be a mind-bending discovery. It would show that the definite classical reality we experience isn't a given. It's an emergent property, a state that has to be constantly maintained by decoherence. And if that process is imperfect, it means that reality itself isn't as solid as it looks. One philosophical take on this, inspired by Wheeler, is that the world we inhabit isn't a static stage, but an ongoing dialogue between quantum potential and classical outcome. Conclusion. So the next time you look at a simple drop of coffee, remember what's really going on inside. It's not just a beverage. It's a chaotic battlefield where the rules of reality are being written and rewritten every nanosecond. It's a testament to the power of decoherence, the process that papers over the cracks of quantum weirdness to give us a stable, classical world. But it's also a reminder that this stability might just be an illusion. That underneath it all, the universe is a place of profound strangeness, deep connections, and shimmering possibilities. No one has found a definitive, observable glitch in your coffee yet. But the very fact that we're looking proves that the boundary between the quantum and the classical is the most fascinating, and perhaps the most important, frontier in all of science. The solid world we see is built on an unimaginably strange foundation, and sometimes, if you look close enough, you might just see the cracks.